Do we need to call it the order?
I will call it order. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. You know, we wanted to get a final finish. If you're ready. Okay. Good evening. It's January 10th, 2023 at 5 p.m. I'm here to welcome you to the public hearing that has been posted for notice today. I'll confirm with the board secretary, who I believe is in the crowd. There she is. Can you confirm that a public hearing notice was duly advertised for this proceeding? Thank you. And that is Secretary Pat Martin. Yes, Martin. So briefly, the public hearing notice that was presented under section 780 of the Public School Code enumerates a number of different topics for today's public hearing. Primarily, the discussions will center around the closure of 5 different buildings and/or schools: East Hanover Elementary, Fredericksburg Elementary, Jonestown Elementary, Lickdale Elementary, and the middle school. It will also discuss the reorganization of the school district and the buildings serving the schools, the district schools, as well as the renaming of at least one of those or 2 of those buildings and the closure of the middle school to merge into the renamed Northern Lebanon Secondary School. So all of those topics are covered within the notice. As noticed, each of the buildings will be discussed in succession, starting with East Hanover Elementary and then proceeding one after the other. If there is no public comment on a particular building, we will move to the next building for discussion. And at the end, we'll reserve time for any conversations about reorganization, renaming, or closure generally. Are there any questions about how we're going to proceed this evening? After this introduction and confirmation of public notice, we will hear from Dr. Messinger, who will briefly introduce the topics and buildings that we already talked about. Additionally, as noted on the school district's website, there is a statement of project need outlining in summary form the conversation that we're having here tonight. And then after that, we will take an opportunity to hear public comment with respect to each proposed closure. Any questions? Okay, hearing none, I'm going to turn it over to Dr. Messinger.
Usually like a bigger audience than this. Thanks, Brooke. As Brooke mentioned, we do have the project need that actually was utilized for the construction meeting as we began to construct the new elementary school. And briefly, we've talked about this quite a bit, but from a district standpoint, there was a need to be able to take several different schools that were inequitable in terms of the size of student, number of students, number of classes, where they were located within the district, and to combine those into one school where we have a little more flexibility, a little more ability to address educational concerns, and also from an economic standpoint, be able to save some operational costs on an annual basis as well. I don't think that any of that is new at this point, and I will probably not repeat for all 4 buildings, but that is the case. We anticipate at this point in time being able to open that new school this summer, and therefore when that school is prepared to be opened, we will be closing not only East Hanover but the other 3 elementary schools as well. and moving into that school at that point. Are there any questions about the need to close those schools? I will talk separately a little bit about the middle school when it's time. Okay.
Okay, we will start with the East Hanover Elementary School as our first topic to receive public comment. Testimony and public comment will be received from the floor. Please proceed down from your seat to the microphone in front of you. For the benefit of the stenographer that is recording today's proceedings in a transcript, please state your name, and if you wish, your address, and then provide your comment. If at any point the stenographer raises her hand, please stop your testimony so we can get spellings and various other things to make a very clear record. Our procedure for public comment will follow that which we have at regular public meetings. We will receive pre-registered speakers or comments first, and then we will ask anyone else to proceed who wishes to speak. We'll ask you to come to the microphone and we will time your comment to a period of 5 minutes per person. Any questions on the procedure? Okay, we will open the floor for public comment on East Hanover Elementary School. Does anyone wish to speak about East Hanover Elementary School and the closure of that building? Hearing none, we will close the comments for East Hanover Elementary School. We'll move on to Fredericksburg Elementary School. Does anyone wish to provide comment regarding the closure of Fredericksburg Elementary School? Hearing no request for comment, we will close the comment period for Fredericksburg Elementary School. Jonestown Elementary School. Does someone want to stand up and speak about Jonestown Elementary School? Okay, hearing none, we will close the comment period for Jonestown Elementary School and move to Lickdale Elementary School. Does anyone want to provide comment about the closure of Lickdale Elementary School? Hearing none, we will close comment period for Lickdale Elementary School. And we'll move to Northern Lebanon Middle School. I know Dr. Messinger, you wanted to say a few words. We'll move to that and then we'll accept comment.
In case anyone is listening online, I just wanted to comment that when we talk about the middle school, obviously there's changes to be made from sixth grade. Sixth grade will be leaving the middle school and will be going over to the new building. Having said that, we don't intend to do anything different from an operational, and when I say operational, I mean where the kids go, where they attend classes, standpoint in terms of considering our middle school kids, our 7th and 8th grade kids, middle school students. Same thing with athletics, same thing with, I know that sometimes we have kids in 8th grade that do 9th grade band or something like that, and that's fine. But we intend to keep middle school. When students arrive, we'll consider them middle school students. But from a reporting standpoint, when it comes to our scheduling, when it comes to our PIMS reporting, our Power School input, this will enable us to have a Northern Lebanon secondary school, which will be seen by the state as one school. The advantages for that for us are in that scheduling. We have teachers that teach both high school students and middle school students right now. Currently, when we have to go in to look at things, we have to pull up their high school schedule first, look at that. Then we have to pull up their middle school schedule and look at that. So there's quite a bit there's quite a few things we can do within that programming to make our lives a little bit easier operationally from that standpoint. But in terms of the students, we very much think that it's important that 7th and 8th grade students continue to have as much separation as possible as you can when you have everyone in one building. So just wanted to clarify that in case there were any questions later on.
Is there any public comment with respect to the technical closure of the Northern Lebanon Middle School and the new name of the Northern Lebanon Secondary School to include grades 7 and 8? while we're waiting to see if there's any comment on that, I would just reflect that this proceeding today is required by the Pennsylvania Department of Education under section 7780 of the code, as well as the regulations that follow in section 349.2A relating to closing of a school building. This hearing is conducted in compliance with PDE's requirements, and the process that follows this will be to ensure proper notification and submission of documentation to PDE for their approval of the closure and renaming of the schools enumerated. Does anyone have comment on the Northern Lebanon Middle School? And is there any ability to submit virtual comment? Okay, there's no ability to submit virtual comment. Okay.
No virtual comment, correct?
We will hold it open for another minute just in case someone comes late and conclude the hearing at 5:15. It's about 30 seconds from now. Okay, we are concluded. The hearing is closed. We're off the record. That's all, folks. I'm sorry it wasn't more exciting.
Everyone here.
You won the poll? That's amazing. I texted